Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about some NFL and do a little bit of a challenge. We did a version of this video called Which NHL City Am I In? And people really liked it actually because it combines geography and a little bit of hockey knowledge. This time we're doing football, the NFL, which NFL city am I in? So there are cities that have two teams like Los Angeles with the Chargers and the Rams, and then in New York you've got the Jets and the Giants.
Right.
So there's only going to be one picture of New York and one picture of LA. They'll count for both teams.
Ooh.
So
if I get that, I get two teams right.
exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you have a list here of all the teams.
I do.
They're obviously not going to be coming in that order, so it won't be that easy.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
we do these kinds of videos so you guys can play along at home. So grab a paper, grab a pen or a pencil, whatever, and go through this video with us and see and score yourself and see if you can get a better score than him. Because although you do like football and you watch it occasionally, you're not a huge football fan. So
Not a huge football fan, and I certainly don't pay close attention to cityscapes of places that I don't follow.
yeah.
Like even place I do follow. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. You could show me the main street in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I would not recognize it. So this will probably go badly, actually.
But there are hardcore NFL football fans out there who
no
might
question.
ace this.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of why we're doing it. We're really curious to see how
it's about you. It's not about me.
great
That's
people
for sure.
do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Are you prepared? Are you ready?
Well, I am. Just one more rules clarification.
Sure.
Are you going to tell me what they are as we go?
Yes, but you can't. If you guess a city, you can't re-guess it again. So you lose that city. So
Oh.
if the first one is New York, then you can't guess New York again. Another picture might come up in the future where then oh man, that's New York, but you can't guess New York. You have to choose another city.
But if you tell me as we go, and we've already got to New York, I'm not going to guess it again.
No, but if you guess New York thinking it's New York and it's not New York, and then you see a picture of New York later, you can't guess New York.
So do we have judges off screen that are going to keep tally of all this?
I'm going to keep tally. I'm the judge.
Do I get a pen too to cross off the cities?
Well, I guess so. Here.
That'd be nice. Just so I can keep track.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Now are you ready?
Now I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Lift
So
her
I
up.
flip the lid up and I have a look.
That's right.
We've got some very tall buildings. I just see very tall buildings. None of them stand out to me as one I ought to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a complete Chateau O'Darko here.
Some cities are very, there's cities, when you see the skyline, you know what city it is.
Yeah.
This doesn't really
This
tell
is
you
not
a lot
one
of
of them.
information.
This is not one of them. I honestly, okay, I'll just throw a dart here.
What?
I don't know. I'm going to say there's some river stuff at the bottom. I don't think New Orleans is anything that high though. So looks like there's like a river walk or something down at the bottom, maybe some locks or something like this. These features here have something to do with pumping stations or a tunnel ventilating system or something.
I'll give you a little hint.
Okay.
You are correct there.
Okay, so that's a river scape.
Yes.
That's just out of view at the bottom. All right. So let's say Kansas City.
That is incorrect.
So I can't use Kansas City again.
That is Chicago.
Is it really?
Yeah. You see the two
Yes, from the
towers?
Sears Tower.
That's in behind.
Hiding. Oh, that's dirty.
Well, I had to make it hard.
That's dirty.
All right.
That's
moving
actually
on.
not a river. That's probably Lake Michigan.
Yeah, it's a waterway, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right,
Okay.
Next one.
Next one. So that's wide enough to be the Mississippi, but it might not be the Mississippi. We've got some really long and bridges there. They're the cantilever style of bridge. Don't worry, I'm not trying to peek.
Cantilever.
Cantilever, yeah. Don't see any dikes or levees necessarily, so that might take New Orleans out of the equation. It could be. It's not that big a city either. It's not massive.
No, it's not that big.
It's not that big.
It's flat.
It is flat.
Yeah.
And is that the Platte River? Or is that I don't know. And I can't guess Kansas City again.
Can't guess Kansas.
Well, dang. So I'm going to say. It's so flat. But there's parts of Ohio that are that flat. Is that a bridge over to Covington, Kentucky? Is Cincinnati that small? I'm going to say Cincinnati Bengals.
Incorrect.
Dang.
It's New Orleans.
Is it?
Yep.
Dang. This is not going well.
Next. This one is the only one I could use.
Okay. Well, that looks really, really new. And it looks really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's the only one you can use, that means all the other directions or all the other views of this city would be so recognizable to me that I'd have to know for sure it was New York. But here, I'm not so sure it's New York. I'm just looking at the stadium. But I'm going to say New York.
If you look in the background on the right.
I do see the Empire State Building, maybe?
Yeah, that's New York.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, next. Okay. That's kind of nautical looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a church. Well, is it a church or is it like a meeting hall of some kind? But it looks quite a bit like a church. I see what looks to be a fire station across the road with some garages.
You're right, yeah.
And I just wonder if that's near a harbor or something, because you got that clock that's way up high. And did one of our views of Boston Harbor look something like that at one point when I was doing one before?
I would not show you something so insignificant if it was a big city.
Yeah.
If it's a city, I'm basically going to show you the skyline.
So this is a location that doesn't have a skyline.
Possibly.
Well, as New Englandy as that looks to me, I'm going to say Green Bay.
It's incorrect. It's the New England Patriots who play in, I think, Foxborough.
Oh, you are dirty. You are dirty.
No, I'm not. Green Bay is an actual city.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't just show you that for Green Bay. All right.
I was heading for Boston, and then you say
no.
Well, Foxborough, Boston. It's one just big. That's like the Meadowlands in New York. It's one big metropolitan area.
I wouldn't show you Boston.
Why not?
Because they don't play in Boston. Can't do that.
This thing is rigged.
Whatever.
Okay. Now this is a little better. We've got a mountain.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Not in the middle, but...
Yeah, there's fairly flat terrain all around the mountain, but there's a mountain sitting there. That's a little odd, isn't it? And it's not a very densely buildinged city, at least this angle. There's probably a gazillion buildings behind the camera that we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you a hint if you like.
Please.
You've never been to this city.
Okay.
That I know of.
Okay.
I have.
Oh. You have and I haven't.
Sometime in my lifetime I have.
Sometime in your lifetime. I'm going to say Phoenix.
You are correct. Well done.
Woohoo!
Good job.
Or Glendale, I guess.
All right, next up.
Ooh. Oh, nice. Very pretty. Is that a big lake? I see mountains in the background. It looks very West Coasty. I'm going to say... I suppose we're not allowed to zoom in on those highway signs.
No zooming in allowed. I can tell you I've already zoomed in on this picture, and the signs won't help you.
Okay. I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks. So,
Correct.
Say Seattle. Yeah.
Well done. 2 for 2. You're on a roll.
On a roll. Don't let me down now. Don't fail me now. All right. Well, that's interesting. Well, it's a river, but there's some pleasure boating going on. There's
Pleasure boats.
Pleasure boats over there. A lot of people down along the boardwalk waiting for something to happen. Looks like the sun's pretty low in the sky there. The buildings are all getting direct sunshine face on. Shadows are pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that's... But is that east or west? Is the sun rising or setting here? I'm thinking it's probably setting with all those people around, because if it was rising at that hour of the day, people get up awful early here, wherever the heck it is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the sun's setting and we're looking south, and the sun's in the west. So if that's looking south along a river, it's not a very wide river. I'm going to say it's very flat, but not totally flat. Like you can see a bit of terrain
a little
there.
bit,
Yeah, a bit of terrain. So that takes me away from Indiana. It takes me away from... but there's a river. I'm going to say Atlanta, Georgia.
Incorrect. You're going to be incorrect either way because this is Green Bay. You've already guessed
Oh, is
that.
it? That's just not fair, the way you do that.
That's how she rolls.
Yeah.
That's the way she goes. All right, next up.
All right, next up. Oh, that's quite a billboard with the Apple phone on it.
It is, yes.
Isn't that interesting? It's got a very Silicon Valley kind of look to it.
It does.
Although I don't recognize, like if it was the skyline in San Francisco, I'd recognize the Transamerica building. If it was LA, I'd recognize maybe City Hall and a few other buildings there. I don't recognize these ones, which is, I'm sure, why you chose it. Nicely lit.
Yep.
Fairly flat as far as I can see in the building or in the terrain area, but a lot of lights in the distance. Very highly populated place.
Very highly populated, yep.
I'm going to say Houston.
Incorrect. This is Dallas.
Okay, and I'm not going to be obtuse enough to say, well, I was close, because I'm not close. Houston and
No,
Dallas aren't beside each other.
I think they're like,
Hundreds of miles apart.
are they 4 hours apart or something like
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Next one. Well, how interesting is that? That's a beautiful building in the middle.
It is.
And it says M-O-D-I-S? Modis or Modis? It doesn't ring a bell at all. The bridge, lovely colors. Is that just a pedestrian bridge, or are there cars on that?
I think that's a pedestrian bridge.
I'm completely stumped. A lot of pleasure boats in the foreground. I think we're saying Mississippi River here, but that's an awful long bridge if that's the Mississippi. That would not be really, unless it's way up the Mississippi. I'm going to say Nashville.
Incorrect. This is Jacksonville.
Dang. All right. I knew I was doing terribly.
That's okay. This is really hard. It's hard intentionally, so.
Yeah. Okay. And you said it was actually Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that has a resemblance of Los Angeles City Hall. But that's the wrong side of it. And it's a whiter building than that, I think. So I just wonder if that road is actually curved, or is this a fisheye effect or something?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Looks...
I think it's curved.
Wow. And flat? Look at the flat. And river over that side.
Look at the flat.
Look at the flat. You could lay a lot of pancakes on there. And I think if that was Los Angeles, you'd see more mountainous terrain. So I'm moving away from that.
Okay.
Cleveland.
That's your guess?
Yes.
That's incorrect. This is Buffalo.
Really?
A city that you've been to.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you very
Next.
much. Oh, wow. Palm trees.
You got her.
Palm trees. Okay, well that establishes that I'm safely in about 1/3 of the United States. But now some of these are ones I can't guess because I've already guessed them. I'm going to say Miami.
You are correct.
Ooh.
Well done.
Wow.
Next up.
Ooh. Ooh.
So obviously water along the bottom.
XL. Is that intentional, that XL over on the
I
right?
think it is.
But that's water.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit.
Correct. I was waiting for you to see the building.
All right.
Good job.
Oh, this won't be as good. Or
Ooh, a little bit of confidence.
I won't say confidence, but
What are you thinking? Even if you don't guess it, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Cincinnati.
Okay, why?
Because I think that building there, the one on the left, is one that I recognize from being near Cincinnati on my way home from Ohio back in May.
You know you can't guess Cincinnati, right?
Because I already guessed it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm hooped. What's the right answer?
Well, no, you can guess something else.
Well, no, I'm not gonna burn another city just for the sake of it.
You have to. That's
No, I don't,
That's
because-
the rules.
I have to?
Yes.
Okay, it's Minneapolis then.
No.
It's Cincinnati, isn't it?
Philadelphia.
Oh, shoot. This is not going well at all. Philadelphia, you say. The Dickens.
I do. The Dickens.
The Dickens, you say.
Next.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I see the Transamerica building, so I'm going to say San Francisco.
Your say is correct.
That's it over there. That guy.
Well done.
Cool.
I'm on a bit of a roll here.
Well, I don't think that you call it that. Huh. That's very urban, isn't it?
Pretty big city.
Wow. A lot of white stone.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of brick-looking stone.
Mm-hmm.
Cumulus clouds. But I already guessed Seattle, right?
Yeah, you guessed Seattle.
So I can't guess it again.
Yeah, and you got it right, so why would you guess it again?
I can't imagine Indianapolis is that big. I'm going to say Los Angeles.
Incorrect. I think actually if you look on that building down there, it says Four Seasons. What's it say? Four Seasons what?
Four Seasons.
Does it actually say the city name? Because this is Houston.
No,
hotel.
this is Four Seasons
I just saw the
Hotel.
H. That's funny.
That's actually
That's Houston, yeah.
So I think this is unfair.
What do you mean? This is part of the game.
Because I'd already guessed Houston before,
Yeah, you
so I wouldn't be allowed to guess this. So
Correct.
you'd be forcing me into another city that I haven't used yet that I might see next time.
That's right.
That's totally unacceptable.
This is
It
the
makes it
rules.
impossible for me to even guess the ones that I do know.
It makes it your score even like it's really hard to get a good score.
Yeah, you're
So
subtracting
if you get
the
a good
wrong answers
score,
from there.
It means you're done really well. That's the whole point.
And that's obviously not me. I will not be in the club with you.
You're not doing too bad.
I'm
You got
doing
like
awful.
6 or 7 right. All right, next.
Flat. Quite flat. Unless, I can't really tell because that's just the top of the frame of the photo. It's not necessarily flat horizon. But Indianapolis. But I can't guess that because I already guessed it. Didn't
No, you guessed Minneapolis.
Okay, I'm going to say Indianapolis.
Okay, and that's not right. Incorrect.
Damn. What is it?
It's Carolina.
Oh, Raleigh.
Yeah. No, Charlotte.
Or they play in Charlotte. Okay. Didn't know that. Thought they played in
I should say here.
the Golden Triangle. Yeah, they do, but I just didn't realize that. I didn't know that Charlotte had professional sports other than Charlotte Motor Speedway. Or in the Charlotte Hornets, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, high in the Mountain West. But there's a building there that says Eastern on it. Now I'm confused. There's a lot of mountains there. That looks like Los Angeles City Hall, but I can't guess Los Angeles, apparently, because I've already guessed it.
That's correct.
So I'm stuck. If I do think this is Los Angeles, I'm not allowed to say it, so I have to say Denver instead.
That's correct. You have to say it, but you would be incorrect, because this is Los Angeles.
This is rigged against me.
It's not rigged. This is for pros. You gotta be good.
That's the City Hall right there. See that in the middle?
I'm sure it is.
That's Los Angeles City Hall. I should be allowed to reuse my guesses. I want to appeal to the Department of Player Safety.
All right. Well, I'll take that into consideration for NBA cities.
Didn't we look at the same picture for another round of these things a while ago?
I don't know. It doesn't look familiar to me, but
It looks very familiar to me.
then you should know it. What is it?
I don't know what it
just set
was
yourself
last
up.
time.
You better get this right.
Do you know how few cities I have left to guess from? I'm going to guess Tampa Bay.
Incorrect. It's Atlanta. You already guessed Atlanta earlier, so you couldn't even.
I couldn't have got
guess
it right even if I tried.
This is fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's awful. This is a beautiful city.
It is.
Isn't that gorgeous with the fountain and the fountain and the mountain? That's substantial mountains too. What am I looking at that I have left? Very little left. The only thing I have left that has any potential of there being mountains is the Oakland Raiders, and that does not look like Oakland, California to me. But all I have left to guess is Oakland.
That's your guess?
Yes,
It's incorrect.
of course.
This is Denver.
Yeah, which I couldn't use because I already guessed it.
That's correct.
This game is so cheap.
What do you mean?
It's cheap.
You got to be good.
Well, we've already established I'm not good. Do you realize I'm down to about 5 possible cities left, and there's a whole bunch more that I haven't guessed? So I may as well just pack it up right now.
Well, no, there's still opportunities for you to get things right.
I don't think so.
100%.
I do not think so.
100%.
Okay, that's flat as a pancake around that area, so it's probably not Baltimore. It's doesn't look to be Washington, D.C. Guess what? The only 2 guesses I have left are Baltimore, Washington, and Pittsburgh. So I have 3 guesses left.
No. Oh, yeah.
I have 3 guesses left. Baltimore, Washington, and Pittsburgh. And I have how many left to go? 9?
Well, this math doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it
Exactly.
does. Okay, what are you guessing?
Oh, I'm guessing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's incorrect.
Oh, really? I'm shocked. Where is it?
What do you actually think it is?
I think it's Kansas City.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
It's Minnesota. Well, I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
Minneapolis.
Okay.
So let's do it this way.
Oh.
You're going to give me your guess,
Right.
which could be incorrect.
Okay.
And then I'll say yes or no if it's right or wrong. And then you can just tell me what you actually think it is. But no points for it, but just for your pride.
My pride is already in the garbage can out back.
Okay.
But anyway. That's impressive. It's a nice looking town.
Yes, it is. Looks clean.
It does look very clean. And I see palm trees. And it's got water nearby.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't enough buildings there for it to be Houston. So I would probably have guessed Jacksonville, but I know that isn't because we already had Jacksonville. So then I would say Miami.
Incorrect.
Okay.
You already guessed Miami. You got it right. That's Tampa Bay.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Next. Well, that's got some history to it, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Vintage looking like a place. Washington.
Correct. See, you still have opportunity to get stuff right. You have, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left, and you have one.
One available
You can get one
city.
right.
One available city to use. Oh, good grief.
See, it comes down to this pressure.
American Steel. Pittsburgh. But I can't use it.
But
So I have to burn my last available guess.
I'll let you keep it.
Okay.
I'll let you keep it.
I think that's Pittsburgh.
That's incorrect. It's Nashville. Next.
The river's there, but it's not too wide. And it's dark out.
And it's dark, yeah.
And it's dark. But the city's not that congested. So it's not one of these 8 million people cities. It's probably more of a 1.2 million, I'm thinking.
Okay, okay.
Maybe 1.1. I'd say that was Kansas City.
That's incorrect. It's Pittsburgh.
Oh, boy. Heck.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a tricky one here.
That's a very tricky one. Isn't that interesting? Got a lot of bridge work in the distance.
Yep.
And fairly vintage looking. If it wasn't for the background, I'd say something like Cleveland. But with that background, I'm going to say this is Oakland.
That would be a correct guess. Unfortunately, you don't get any points for it.
No, I understand that.
For your prize.
Is that Alcatraz you see over there? Way in the distance behind
could
that
be.
bridge?
It could be.
Yeah.
It probably is, actually.
So for my pride, yeah, I'll take it for pride, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think it is.
yeah.
But
Well, there.
next.
Oh, wow. Quaker State? Is that a Quaker State symbol over there?
I don't think so. But maybe.
Philadelphia.
Incorrect. It's Kansas City.
Huh. A fairly narrow river. Nice looking stadium. Decent sized buildings.
Yep.
I'm going to say Cincinnati.
You would be correct. But you've already guessed that, so no points there. But
Can't
good job
get it.
guessing, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that picture's actually taken from Kentucky.
Well, there you go.
Oh, and by the way, the one I said that was Cincinnati a while ago because I thought I recognized the building, I was actually thinking Columbus, and I got Cincinnati and Columbus mixed up. But it couldn't be Columbus because guess what?
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my bad on that one. Okay. Well, that's interesting. There's a nice big yacht in the foreground and the stadium in the bit of a background. Now, had you not told me something else was already Tampa Bay, that probably would have been my guess for this one.
Okay.
But since that's not possible, I'm going to say
You've got one unguessed city left, I believe.
Can you remind me what that might be?
I think it's Baltimore.
Ah.
You've got 2 pictures left. Oh, sorry, you got three pictures left.
I'll pick Baltimore for this one.
That's incorrect. This is Cleveland.
Uh,
All right.
God, I would say that was more like Chicago because of it looks like a Chicago River there in the foreground, but it isn't. That's weird. It's almost like it's got a canal.
Yeah, a little bit, eh?
Yeah. And I see what could be palm trees. I'm going to zoom a little bit just to see those trees. Oh, maybe they're not. Huh. Stumped. I'm stumped there. I'd say Baltimore.
Baltimore. Correct. Yeah.
I'm surprised, though.
And the last one.
The last one.
If you're really, really good by process of elimination, You should know what this is. If you've gotten everything correct so far.
Yeah. Fat chance of that happening. Beautiful still water.
Yep.
Does San Diego doesn't have a football team anymore, does it? No.
Nope.
Nashville.
Incorrect. It's in Indianapolis. So,
Okay.
you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct, with very difficult rules. That's actually pretty good. I was expecting you to get 5 or less, and you got 7, because the rules made that really hard on purpose. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be any fun.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
to get gotta have that challenge.
I'm so glad it was hard because I had so much fun.
Would you like to do this for MLB cities and NBA cities?
Heck no.
Heck no. With modified rules to make it
Yeah, if we
easy.
can negotiate the rules a little bit, if I could reuse cities or something. I think if all you let me do is reuse cities, it'd be a lot more fun.
All right.
But
We'll do that
you can
next time.
decide. You can take that to the organizing committee and have the governor's meeting and whatever you do.
I'll contact my people.
Yeah.
We'll have a chat.
Have your people call my people when it's time for the next one.
Yeah.
But I actually would like, I'm a sucker for these things. I love this stuff. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, I hope you guys had fun. Recently, we released a video where Fairy Designs took baseball teams and made those teams and the logos and the graphics into hockey jerseys. We ranked those. We had a lot of fun doing it. It's on the channel. As we're filming this, we released it a couple of days ago. So if you haven't seen it yet, if you could go watch it, that would be awesome. He did a fantastic job. He or she did a fantastic job.
Wonderful.
And we had a lot of fun doing that video. So, and everyone who watched it, almost everyone, really likes the designs and stuff. So
Cool.
it's a fun video to watch and a fun video to do. So if you could go watch that, go watch that. That would be awesome. If you're not subscribed, hope you can hit the subscribe button for future videos just like this with modified rules. And we'll see you in the next video. Adios.